Warren, what do you consider the most important quality for an investment manager?
It's a temperamental quality, not an intellectual quality. You need a stable personality.
What are the first 3 investment guidelines proposed by Warren Buffett? What exactly is the Warren Buffett way? How do you turn $500? You don't need to take any unusual steps if you want to invest like Warren Buffett. In fact, a lot of first-time investors are taken aback by the Oracle of Omaha's straightforward approach to investing. Let's see Warren Buffett's 3 simple steps to multiply $500. 1. If you currently have $500, for example, you want to invest it in something really profitable so that it will grow tremendously over the next few years. So how do you go about doing this? Let's begin by thinking about one extremely crucial thing first. Is your $500 one-time investment, or do you plan to make similar investments each month? As you can see, these 2 situations call for distinct investment strategies. They are the firms that you purchase once, and then you don't need to make an additional capital investment in order to avoid the issues of ongoing reinvestment involving increasing amounts of money due to inflation. Let's think about the first scenario, in which you only have $500. It could be your entire life savings, and you're interested in investing it to increase its value. In this situation, stock investing is not an ideal approach to increasing your financial resources because it will only yield modest returns on your initial investment of $500 in the stock market. Let's assume you invest $500 in the stock market at a wonderful rate of 20% annually. In such a case, your total return after a full year will be just $136. A 20% annual return on investment is incredible, and you rarely see such offers on the stock market. However, as you can see, investing $500 here only once won't really help you, and there's also the usual risk of losing your money if stock prices fall. You might be wondering what would happen if you left your money in the bank, as it is now a less hazardous option. While bank savings accounts are now the safest option to ensure that no money is lost, they also offer the least return on investment. The average American savings account earns 0.42% interest annually, which means that if you deposit $500 in the bank today, you have an additional $3. That's right, just $3 in your account 1 year from now. In modern America, a pack of eggs costs just $3. 2. What is a CD? The majority of people advise you to invest in a CD, another low-risk type of bank savings. CD is short for a certificate of deposit in this context. In this scenario, you deposit your money into a bank account where it is secured. You are therefore unable to withdraw. For example, a 4-year CD would lock away your money for 4 years, and you wouldn't be able to access it until then. You will be assessed on an early withdrawal penalty fee if you insist on withdrawing before the designated date. So what distinguishes CDs from saving accounts? Although CDs offer larger annual returns, the amount you will still make is not that outstanding. You can see that the current average return of a CD in the United States is 1.72% annually. This implies that your $500 investment will result in a total return of $1,550 after 4 years. You must acknowledge that that isn't something to be thrilled about, especially given the length of time you had to wait. Let's return to stock investing now. Let's imagine you purchase a solid stock with a 10-year average return of 7%. After 10 years, if you had made a single investment of $500 in this stock, it would have increased to an amount of $1,574 by then. Although that isn't excellent in comparison to the other two, you're still only making about $80 a year. What else can be done with that type of money if it can't even change your wardrobe? You can now see why using these techniques is a bad choice for your $500 investment. It would be great if you made investments in ventures that were more profitable. When you start making more money from your active investment, you can invest that money into bonds and equities, which are examples of passive investments. Even though passive income is ideal, it is meaningless if your monthly revenue is less than $10. This is why you ought to consider multiplying your $500 by a higher quantity first. So your stock investment returns will be higher. How does this lead up to $500 multiplication approach then? Self-deployment and investment. You now know that despite sounding unimportant and unprofitable, investing in yourself is the best investment you can make.
By far the best investment you can make is in yourself.
Warren Buffett even takes self-improvement seriously. That is why he stated that investing in yourself is the most crucial investment you can make. Do your best. Consider communication abilities. If only graduate students and business students could learn to communicate better both verbally and in writing, they wouldn't have to master all these complex formulas. They boost their value by at least 50%. Spend money on your intellect, study books on wealth, building, or pick up new talent that will help you actively make money. The most important aspect of investing in yourself is that it will pay off. As you should be aware, value is the key to earning money, so you should improve your value. The world will reward you with money in greater measure the more you give it. Therefore, you can utilize the $500 to fund seminars, mentorships, or the purchase of books or courses. Simplify, find a method to $500 to expand your knowledge and thoughts. You can pick up money-making talents like web development, content writing, graphic design, affiliate marketing, programming, search engine optimization, and more. The next step after learning new things and improving your value is to contribute value, or, in other words, use a value or talent that you have developed to generate cash. This is one of Warren Buffett's methods, since he advised making an investment to provide a second source of income rather than relying on just one. Thank goodness for the internet! You can now quickly and cheaply use your abilities online. You can choose to start a blog or even a YouTube channel to share your knowledge. Or you might opt to work as a freelancer and charge a set rate for your skills. Keep in mind that you will initially devote a significant amount of time to your source of income. You could even need to make an investment. Its success depends on this. You see, it's all up to you. Eventually, the business will expand to the point where it is so lucrative you can hire other staff members or even quit your job to concentrate on expanding the online business. Read everything you come across, even at a young age. Starting young gives you a significant advantage in practically any field. So if that's your area of interest and you start young and read a lot, you're going to succeed now. You're making a decent amount of money from your job or side business. So of course, you can increase your initial investment of $500 each month. It need not be $500. You might start with $500 and increase it by $100 a month. Your financial resources have considerably increased thanks to this additional ongoing investment. Being able to sleep at night knowing that your money is working for you and growing every day is the nicest feeling in the world. The simplest strategy to start earning a passive income with just $100 is to invest in stocks and index funds. The stock market is the quickest passive way to multiply your $500. You can invest in the stocks of businesses you like best, such as Coca-Cola, Heinz, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and so on. You acquire a small stake in the company by purchasing shares. Simply go to a brokerage, choose a stock you want to purchase, and then pay for it to invest in stocks. The truth is, while investing in one firm gives you the possibility to make a lot of money, you also run the danger of losing it all if the stock prices fall or the business fails. For instance, suppose you invested $500 in Amazon, and a few days later, Jeff Bezos announced a new policy that annoyed customers and company investors, prompting them to stop doing business with Amazon and turn to competitors. Because of the value of the company's shares will fall dramatically, and investors like you risk losing everything. Because of this, financial experts like Warren Buffett would urge you to thoroughly investigate firms before investing so that you don't choose one that causes all of your hard-earned money to go down the drain. Buffett's golden rule is to never invest in a company you don't fully understand, but doing all that study may be incredibly time-consuming, and there's no assurance you'll pick the proper company. Whatever the case, businesses may be incredibly unpredictable. This raises the question of what stock investment strategy is the safest and most lucrative. Well, index funds can help with that, thanks to them. You can invest in a number of businesses at once. You don't need to pick the ideal one. That's it for today. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications. Also, express your valuable thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, bye! Also spend some time watching other videos on the channel.